It's in the game. The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see the number 22 team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Ducks will kick it away to start us off. Coming out with it, it's Hudson. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Off the play fake on first down. He's going for it all. Pulls it in down the middle. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And so much for feeling each other out for a few plays. These guys come out spinning it.
All gas, no brakes. Come in and spin the magic beam on the opening play of the game, taking a shot. Doesn't get better than that if you're this quarterback.
That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. And the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Ducks are threatening on 1st and goal. Give to the big fullback. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Oregon!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Hudson. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Back to throw, it's Morton. Fires to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, You get to know each other. You go to the other school. Like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. Let's go and make a statement today.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Hudson. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Takes the handoff. It's Joyner. The Red Raiders pick up the first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
This drive has been sharp. They've moved the chains a couple of times. Now 1st and 10 from the 42. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Shoots it to the left. He's got an open man. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll run play action. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
How nice is it for the quarterback knowing he's got a tight end that can get down the field vertically on the corner route? You know if you just put it anywhere near this guy with his long arms, he's going to pluck the football. He did it right there.
And the Red Raiders trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix?
Touchdown, Red Raiders! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air. And this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Moore to the air. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Here's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
They'll start this drive from the 42. Using his legs, it's Joyner. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Grab near the marker. It's Douglas. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the right. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
Man, this defense is dialed, and already forced one interception, had a chance right there to get another one. Everything this offense does so far, they are reading it, breaking on it, and making some plays.
Throws for the tight end. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And if you're going to throw a heater like that as a quarterback, you better be accurate because tips lead to picks, especially when you're throwing it over the middle of the field. That time trying to find his tight end, but it is not an accurate throw. It goes up in the air, and the defense makes him pay with the pick.
Moore will throw. He's got it down the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Trying to get behind the defense. Touchdown, Ducks! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Akron is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Charlie Fry, this offense is not capable of scoring points every single time it sees the ball. They're up by 7 over Central Michigan. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. To the air on 1st down. That's caught. It's Virgil. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
To the air, it's Morton. Got it on the outside, it's Carter. He steps out of bounds, but it be enough for a 1st down.
You know, as a receiver, it's so critical and important to know where the sticks are. He was able to modify his route, so he knew as soon as he caught it, he was just going to have enough to keep this drive alive.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. The Red Raiders with the 1st and 10. It's a reverse. And the defense was ready when the receiver tried the tricky run.
You know, as an offense, oftentimes you try the reverse play because you're trying to take advantage of a defense over pursuing and by a lot of defensive team speed. Didn't work right there. Great discipline by this defense.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
And that's his 2nd big play for this defense. Man, he does such a great job locking into the quarterback, breaking on the football. 2 interceptions already in the 1st quarter.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Wants to throw on first down. Looking for a deep man. Picked off to stop the threat. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And this is how the wind can really affect a game. It's not just for kickers, but quarterbacks as well. And on that last throw, guys, it looked to me like he was throwing it into the wind, and that definitely affected the velocity of the throw. It also affected the accuracy, and that's what caused the interception.
We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
He's got the tight end. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He leaves it with his back. Got the first down and more. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking for a man, it's Morton. Using his feet to buy time. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Douglas. Open space at the 25. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. And the Red Raiders, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Wants to go up top on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. He'll pull it down and run. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
And they can't make the connection.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
To the air, it's Morton. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there.
Those are those opportunities in the game. You got a chance to take points off the board, make a big play, and you just couldn't squeeze the interception. That's one of those plays coaches come back to, talk about, say, I think if we get this pick and we start taking this the other direction and we take points off of the scoreboard.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. He wants to change this route. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. From the gun. Finds his man. It's Benson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
It's very early in the college football season, but this coaching staff has to be very pleased by what they've seen from their quarterback. He's making real good decisions, and he's been accurate. That was his 100th completion early this year.
Dumps it to the back. With the catch, it's Whittington. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
That's caught. It's Stewart. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this.
Going for it all. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Off play action on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Joyner. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Red Raiders can really attack on this second and short. Off the play fake. Here's a heat. Got out of trouble and throws. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage. Help.
Wide open spaces. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And you can tell he trusts his big tight end. Airing the football way down the field, treating him like a wide receiver because you know he's going to go up, make the big play, get you in the end zone, score a touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Tough to beat in action, gentlemen. You know that. Let's take a look at the highlights. Akron is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Central Michigan. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about gonna let it fly?
be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Hudson. He gets a block. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No, 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 no. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Moore to the air. He fires one deep over the middle. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Takes it the other way. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Takes the handoff. It's Joyner. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Going the other way, and he's got room. And on the interception return, he'll finally be stopped at the 33.
That QB might want to register as a 501c3. With the amount of donations he is making to the other team right now, interception number 4 now, putting his team in a bad position time and time again. We might want to start thinking about a change here.
Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Stewart. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Moore will throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Ducks!
Really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll call for the fair catch here. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
That's exactly what you're trying to get accomplished. You got to make sure on all these runs, clock running down, get out of bounds, right? Get some positive yards and then stop that clock.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Going deep. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have...
Lets it fly deep downfield. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Red Raiders will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Quarterback may change this route. Moore to the air. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll throw it. Caught close to the marker. It's Hughes. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Wants to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The Ducks come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Stewart. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Moore will throw. Pulls it in. It's Moore. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Knocked down at the 6, but that completion will set up a first and goal.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. Man, the last thing you want after controlling the ball, moving it down the field, is to have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's 3rd and goal. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it, everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Give to the running back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Morton. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a 1st down.
Man, that is a big play offensively to make that catch off the deflection because it gives them the 1st down. It keeps the chains moving. Remember, they're in their own end of the field here. If they don't make that play, they've got a punt, and they've set their opponent up with great field position.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Now the play fake. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
So 1st down will open up the final period. Moore to the air. Works the middle. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the 4th quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Stewart.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He might want another play. They'll go to the air on second and short. Grab near the sticks. It's Whittington. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Fighting off the defender. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hudson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Looking downfield, it's Morton. Oh, they're after him. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead, you know they're going to be passing, and you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last round.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Moving out of the pocket. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Makes the grab. It's Stewart. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Spits it out to the back. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass.
Time to take a shot. Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down. He's loose. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Here's a throw downfield late. He's got it on the outside. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Morton. Unloads it left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
This time he's got his man. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. A really nice day from this quarterback. Over 350 yards passing now, Jess.
He's had a plan all game long. He just seems to find his best matchups, and he's done an awesome job giving his guys opportunity.
Turning on the Jets. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Caught near the sideline, it's Virgil. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Looking left. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
They got the touchdown, guys, but I don't know if they're going to be able to even get a playoff after this onside kick attempt. If they recover it, they're going to have to do it super quick to give themselves a chance for the Hail Mary into the end zone to win.
So maybe just to make the final score look a little better, they'll go for 2 here. Lipstick on a pig, anybody? Looking to pass, it's Morton. Here comes the heat. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, there was a golden opportunity for the offense to come away with 2 points there, but he dropped it in the end zone. That's a catch you have to make.
They get the football, but I think they touched it too soon. Flag on the field, and I believe it's coming back. These onside kicks are nearly impossible anyway, but you have to at least give them a chance by getting the ball 10 yards. They'll take the penalty and take over with the lead. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too, so we know they're going to a bowl game. Great, but, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented, nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.